All right, let's move on to the next squad. La Roma.
I know you have a lot to say about them. What do you think about them, Christian?
It's been the mercato this summer has been it's been crazy for Roma. I mean, there's been some offloading of the books, which has been fantastic. Guys are coming off the books. Edin Dzeko's gone. Juan Jesus is off the books.
New manager,
and Jose Mourinho.
The savior.
Jose Mourinho. Zaniolo coming back off the injury after a year off with tearing his other ACL. And just guys that they're bringing in now. I mean, the big one today is Tammy Abraham. And
$44 million.
It's a lot of money for a number 9.
What do you think? A guy that's maybe unproven?
Yeah, he's unproven. He had the thing I don't like about Tammy Abraham, I guess we'll just jump right into Tammy. The thing I don't like about Tammy Abraham is the amount of convincing they had to do to get this guy to come to Roma and the amount of cash they had to splash. So as a Roma fan, for me, it gives me a mixed message. The books are so unbalanced for the Friedkins that they got to offload all these players to get them off the pay books. Edin Dzeko was a big one because he was making $6.5-7 million. He was the highest paid player on the payroll, and he scored 6 or 7 goals last year, which was ridiculous because he doesn't fit the system. Mm-hmm. So we finally get him off the books, and then we bring in Tammy Abraham for $6 million a season. We pay them 44 million euros, I believe. That's what the total cost of the deal is, and
with a buyback
clause
for 68 mil.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense to me. So basically, we're paying Chelsea to develop their player for a couple of seasons.
If he's great.
And then they're going to buy him back.
At a bargain price.
So thank you very much for developing him. See you later. And if he's a bust,
you're stuck with a 40
We're stuck with a 40 million plug. Like, I don't get it. So that's one thing I don't get. The one thing I get is there's another player there. Eldor Shomorodov.
Great signing.
Fantastic signing from Genoa for 20 mil, which was, I guess it's paid over a few years because that's how Serie A works. Serie A is not like the Premier League or La Liga where you have to pay a transfer fee up front. Because clubs struggle for money in the Serie A, they pay transfer fees over certain periods of time. So I think Shomorodov is, over a couple of years where they're going to pay that 20 million. This guy's fantastic, 26 years old, came in from Rostov very late to Genoa last year, had a fantastic season with them, shined really late, scored some wonder goals in Serie A for Genoa, and is used to playing the counter-attacking style. Jose Mourinho, we know, counter-attacking kind of manager, so Shomorodov is going to fill in very well. So Shomorodov, I understand, because you got to replace Dzeko, and it's not a bad buy, right?
I think it's
a great buy. The salary's great too.
Mm-hmm.
But then Jose Mourinho forgets about a striker that we have that's going to be a nobody now. He's probably not going to get time anymore. And that had a stellar season last year, 17 goals last year in all competitions.
Career season.
Borja Mayoral. Well, why? He's nothing anymore. Because you got to run with Tammy Abraham and then Shomorodov. I get Shomorodov. I don't get Tammy Abraham. I don't get it.
Tammy's a bit of a risk.
He's a huge risk.
And someone, obviously, that isn't going to be loyal to the badge either.
Exactly. He doesn't care about Roma. He really doesn't. You can see that. He said in the press conference today, what impressed me is how much Roma showed they wanted me. Come on, give me a break, man. We had to give you $6 million, an unproven striker. Listen, you want to make it into the Premier League. You want to crack into the English squad. Go to Roma for a price. Keep your mouth shut. Put your head down and do your work. For the amount of money that Roma's paid this guy, if this guy does not score at least 10 goals, it is going to be a huge failure for them. Huge failure. I'm saying that as a Roma fan. The other thing I want to talk about, too, is the goalkeeper position. So you're bringing in...
Your favorite goalie is gone.
Pau Lopez. So Pau Lopez goes into Ligue 1 with a loan with I think they got to meet certain...
Yeah, it was a loan, $2 million fee.
Yeah, with the option to buy or an obligation to buy after certain periods.
Marseille, yeah.
So you got to get Pau Lopez off the books, the most expensive goalkeeper you've ever splashed money on. And
so it took a hit there.
Yeah, it took a hit there. So you get him off the books, but then you spend $11 million on bringing in Rui Patricio from Wolves. And I don't mind Rui Patricio, but the fee is ridiculous. The guy is on his last legs, on his way out, and for the amount of money you paid for Rui Patricio, you're better off just running another season with Paul Lopez.
Or signing one of the legit good Italian young goalies, because there's a plethora of them in the league.
Golini, for example.
Golini would have cost a little bit, but there's Silvestri who will say
Marco Silvestri.
Udine.
Yeah.
There's a ton of goalies.
Yeah, I don't.
Adero from Sampdoria, one of your favorite.
I love
goalies.
him, Emilio Darrow.
So
I mean, I don't understand that. I really don't. But midfield wise, it looks like he's shoring up who he wants to play there. He loves Diawara. Diawara's okay. This kid Bove is going to be a kid to watch out for. He's kind of forcing his way through in preseason.
Eduardo Bove, 19 years old.
19-year-old youth product. He's actually forced his way into Mourinho's mind. And we all know how Jose Mourinho is with youth. He doesn't like them. Darboe, we'll see how Darboe does in the second season. Darboe broke out at the end of the last season for La Roma. Now we'll see how he does. Brian, the Italian-Canadian Brian, European champion, is finally playing where he's supposed to be playing, and that's in the holding mid. Very excited to see how Brian Cristante does. Mkhitaryan looks like he's patched up his relationship with Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, which is good to see.
I'm excited to see what he does in the back. I think Mancini's got to be your staple. He loves Mancini. Mancini is is the new Marco Materazzi. That's his style of play. Jose Mourinho loves that. He's going to be Jose Mourinho's bastard.
So for Roma, one of the most active teams in the transfer market this year, would you say it was a successful mercato? Still can make some moves, but they've brought in 13 players. 30 have left. They're 106 million in the hole.
They've got a lot of guys off the books. And the talent that they've invested in is not, aside from Rui Patricio, is young talent that has a bright future. So I have to say the mercato for Roma, it's been a really mixed bag, but more leaning on they've done a good job. And the reason why I'm giving them that is I'm giving them full marks for Shomurodov, because I think you're going to see a lot of this guy. And
I got that reverse. Sorry, 30 players in, 13 out.
Sorry, no problem.
Yeah.
I know they're struggling to get other guys out, like Javier Pastore. Javier Pastore is a guy, he's not in Roma's plans. He trains at Trigoria by himself, and he posts it on Instagram how much he loves training by himself. Like, buddy, you're not wanted? Leave. Like, if I'm a professional football player and I'm not wanted, I'm going to go play for a team that wants me.
Even if you're making...
Some of these players only care about the money. And that's another thing too. Nzonzi, another guy that's Nzonzi has had offers from Qatar. He doesn't have offers anywhere else because he sucks. But I'd rather just stay and collect my paycheck with Roma and not play. He's like Juan Jesus. The other guy that I want to, wring his neck, Federico Fazio.
Could be good, arguably.
Deal
if
in
he
place.
steps up.
No, I've lost all respect for this guy. Deal in place to go to Parma. Okay. Deal in place to go to Parma for this season. Bring Parma back to Serie A glory. He's going to a team that wants him. Mm-hmm. He's going to a team that would have him in the plans. The day that he's supposed to jump on the plane to go to Parma and have the medical, he doesn't show up because he changed his mind. You believe that?
That's Roma.
I'd rather collect my paycheck.
It's too fun and it's too comfortable in Roma.
I'm telling you, Roma is like the Toronto Maple Leafs of the Serie A. They really are. They love to make their fans suffer. Roma fans are probably the most passionate fans in the league, but we suffer like there is no tomorrow. Still living on that glory of 2001 when we won the Scudetto. That's the last time we won the Scudetto. 20 years. 20 years. We'll see if in my lifetime I'll get to see that glory again. Who freaking knows? But that's Roma. To me, though, I think Jose Mourinho was a good signing. I've digested it all summer. It was good. I think
Already getting sent off in preseason.
Yeah. You know what? It's going to be an exciting season for Roma. I think we're going to do well. I think he's going to be absolutely possessed with winning the Europa Conference League, because we are in the Conference League. We're the Italian representative there. We're playing Trabzonspor in the qualifications, in the home and home qualification, 2 legs. We start Thursday against them. We'll see what happens. He's going to be possessed with being the first manager ever to win the Europa Conference League.
He will be.
But before we go on to the next team, I want to say he said when he came on, he had his press conference, he said the right thing. He's like, the Friedkins and I have a 3-year project.
We'll see how long
We're not going to win. He's not here to win now. He's here to develop and turn Roma around. And let's see in 3 years where Roma is.
Fair enough.